Disclaimer: this video is just for entertainment purposes only, so don't take it seriously, and English is not my first language, so ignore my grammar and spelling mistake. Thank you. All picture and video clips are not mine. This side kid goes to real owner. I only own the storyline and the voiceover. It's just a fan fiction. He stepped back as if slept. Fine, I love you, she whispered. Even when you were cold, even when you stopped coming home, I made excuses for you. I told myself you were just sad, but no, you were already gone. His throat worked hard. You didn't even fight for me, Ty. I wanted to, he whispered, but I was afraid I would be proven wrong, that if I asked you and you said yes, it would kill me. Why? You were a coward, she said, and I paid the price. Silence. Then Taehyung stepped forward, so close her breath hit. Tae, I never stopped loving you, she blinked. He looked ruined, like the crack had finally reached the surface. Tae, I hated you, he said quietly, because hating was easier than mourning you. Wine chest tightened. Wine, you didn't mourn me, she whispered. You replaced me with work, with silence, with anger. Tae, I mourn you every fucking night, he said, voice raw. I slept on the couch for 6 months. I left our bedroom the way you did. I couldn't touch anything. Tears fell from her eyes. When you left me, time. I know. Time skipped. One didn't speak for him for these days. Even after that moment in his office, his tearful apology, the way he had held her like he was still trying to feel whole. She kept her distant, professional, barely polite, and Taehyung understood. He had destroyed her once again. Now, if she gave him a piece of herself again, it would be because he earned it. But waiting was agony because he didn't want to move on this time. He wanted her, her voice, her anger, even her silence, if that means that she was still listening. But she barely looked at him. So on Friday evening, as the office cleared out again, he waited until everyone goes, then knocked on the door. She didn't answer. So he entered. Wine. Don't you ever knock and wait? She muttered, eyes on her laptop. Ty, I waited, he said, silence. Ty, you don't talk to me anymore. Why? You had enough of my voice, she said bitterly. Didn't you say it ruined your peace? Taehyung winced. Why? What? She snapped, standing now. What do you want now, Taehyung? He took a breath. I want you to scream at me, throw things at me, and tell me how much I hurt you, but don't ignore me. She laughed once, humorless. Why? You want to feel better about the guilt eating you alive? Was it that was this is? I know, he said, stepping forward. This is me finally fighting, she blinked. What? I did not fight for you, he said, voice low and intense. Back then, I believed lies because I was scared to find out the truth. Because if I asked you and it was true, I would have broken. So instead, I broke you first. Her throat tightened. I didn't fight for you then, but I am now. She stared at him, her eyes glassy, jaw clenched. Wine, you say that now, she whispered. After I spent months asking why I was not enough. After I look at myself and wonder what I did wrong. After you buried our marriage without even asking if I wanted to die with it. Ty chest rose and fell breathtaking. Ty, I believe you did not love me, he said, because I couldn't believe someone like you could love someone like me. Wine. Then you didn't know me at all, she whispered, his eyes darkened. Ty, I knew you, I still do. I know you are angry, but I know you still leave your tea bag in too long when you are anxious. I know you bite your bottom lip when you are trying to not to cry. I know you sleep with the window open when even it's cold because you like the sound of city at night. Ty, I know, and I'm sorry I forgot when it mattered. When you didn't forget, she whispered. You ignore everything good in me. You let your mother lies speak louder than my love. Taehyung stepped closer, slowly, cautiously, like approaching a wounded animal. Tai, I would burn it all, he whispered. The company, my name, everything I have built. Just to go back and ask you first. She looked up, and something in her eyes gave, not forgiveness, but a fracture in the wall she built. Why? You don't get to erase what happened. I don't want to erase it, he said. I want to earn something new with you. Why? And if I say no, Tai, I will still wait. They stared at each other, breathing hard, and shed tears burning in both their eyes. Why? I hate you sometimes, she whispered. Tai, I hate me too. Fine, but I also shook her head. I also remember the way you used to hold me when I cried. I remember how you would warm my hand on on cold morning. I remember thinking we could survive anything. Tai, so did I. He breathed. He reached for her, and this time she didn't move. His hand cupped her face, and she let him, not because the pain was gone, but because something inside her still wanted to believe. Their forehead touched. Mine. I don't trust you, she whispered. Tai, then let me show you why you can. Wine. I don't love you anymore. His lip brushed her hairline. Tai, then let me remind you. She closed her eyes, and his mouth met her. Not rushed, not desperate, but aching. There was full of everything left unsaid, the pain, the longing, the fear of loving again. His fingers slid into her she she gripped his shirt like she did not know whether to hold him close or push him away. She pulled back, breathless. Van, this doesn't fix anything. Tai, I know, he whispered, but it's the first time we are not lying to each other. He rested his hand over her heart. Tai, just tell me I still live here, he said, even if it's buried deep. Tears ran down her face and she nodded almost imperceptibly. His arm wrapped around her again, and this time she didn't resist. 2 weeks later, they sat on a rooftop, quiet, a coffee in her hand, a file in his lap. I had dinner with my mother last night, he said softly. I told her I knew everything, he added, and that she lost any place in my life that moment she chose lie over love. Van didn't speak. I, I don't expect you to be okay with that overnight, he said. But I needed you to know I choose you. Van, too late, she said quietly. He nodded. I know, Van, but she exhaled, staring at the horizon. At least you choose me now. Taehyung turned to look at her. The wind played with her hair. There was still so much to hear, but they were not enemies anymore. They were survivors, and maybe, just maybe, they could still be something again. Not, not the same love, but something even stronger, built from everything they had lost. The end. Like this video and also subscribe my channel. Bye bye. See you next video.